Hey guys, welcome to Breakthrough with Jeff. This is a place where we live life with zero limits. Happy Friday. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. We are excited to be back here. It is the month of November. Jeff, how are you doing?
I am blessed. I feel.
You're blessed. I like that. I like that. Are you ready for
Yes,
us today?
I am. I am.
Okay.
I'm
Amazing,
grateful. Thank you.
amazing.
Yeah.
As always, Jeff, what a great opportunity to come here and get a chance to discuss with you some of the topics in our minds as we lean on your wisdom and your guidance in transforming our life and coaching us through the areas of life. Um, Today I have a very interesting topic, and it really spurs around some of the thoughts I have been having around transformation and success in life. And really, this is around success principles. What I've
hmm
come to understand is even if you change your mind, so say, for example, I decide I have debt, I want to get out of debt. But if I don't apply some success principles that and understand what are the success principles around how to use money, how to be successful with money, I may have a changed mindset around money, but I'm not applying those success principles. So, in terms of longevity, in terms of being successful in this area, I may fall off. And I think that is not
Yeah.
only around money, whether it is success principles around relationship, whether it is, around, transforming your life to be more healthy. It appears that in every one area of our life, applying success principles is one of the pathways in us really seeking and finding the change that we need and really maintaining it. And so, our topic for today, Jeff, is very broadly. I want to believe that across the different areas of life, there are a set of principles that perhaps cut through all the areas. And I was really hoping we could start off by talking about applying success principles in our life. What are your thoughts when it comes to success principles, and why are they important as we think through really taking our mindset that has changed into a successful life in the area we are seeking?
Brilliant. Thank you, Mary. That's a brilliant question right there. And really leads us to a very crucial discussion. Because without principles, really, life misses the glue that really gets us on the road to success, to greatness, to becoming better, to becoming the person you envision yourself to be. And so principles are core.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people it's one thing to be nice person. It's one thing to just be nice person, but then you need to apply principles for you to inherit or get the blessings that you're looking for. It's not just about being nice. So, yeah, in different areas of our lives, there are principles that we need to learn. It doesn't happen it's not by mere luck. It's actually by being intentional about principles.
And question as we begin this, what is the difference? And so we can distinguish, and maybe they are one and the same. What is the difference between principles we have to apply and action we need to apply? Is there a difference between principles and actions as we begin?
You see, action is a result of the principles that you live by.
Okay.
And that's why people are predictable, because we know their principles. So your principles can lead to action, and people will give you roles in life and opportunities because they know your principles. So principles lead to action. It's like principles is who you are. You act out of who you are.
Yeah.
You just act out of, this is who I am. But then principles are not, we are not born with principles. Have you ever seen, oh, that's a principled baby.
Yeah.
Oh, that's principled 1 month old baby. No, we are not born. We're not born with principles. Principles we come here to learn. And we have to be intentional with principles. And no matter your desire, whatever it is that you desire, it will come to you by principles. Because the person who created this universe, the universe was created to operate through principles. Otherwise, it would be run into uncontrollable chaos. So you have to know that anything, like, you know, if you want to learn about your phone, you got to study
the manual.
The manual. What was it designed to do? What is the principle behind the design? And so when God was creating the world, he created these principles of how the universe must work and how those in the world must work with all these principles to get whatever it is that they want. And so you must study the principles. No, studying is not enough. Apply the principles, which is where the action comes in. But when you buy into the principle and, you know, they become part of you, you just act, you know, it becomes natural for you. Like faith is a principle. Okay, if you want something, you must believe you deserve it. It's a principle. If you don't believe, forget it. You cannot go against the principle of faith. And you do that every time you want something and then you talk against it, you've already crushed that principle. And that means that thing will not be attracted to you. And so you want something, but you don't believe it, you will not get it. You will not get it. So the principle of faith, you must believe it. If you want something, believe it. Believe it. And it doesn't matter what it is. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you deserve it? And you can develop a sense of belief. I don't know what the person listening to us today, what is it that you want? That is another principle. Desire. What do you desire? You get what you desire. And what is it that you desire? So be clear on what you desire. Clarity is power. What is it that you desire? Then do you have the faith, the belief, to believe that actually you deserve it? Those are principles. And,
you know, sorry, go ahead.
They apply in all areas of our lives. That's what I was going to say. And so if today there's something you want that you don't already have, I want you to rest assured is a matter of principle.
And I think that's where I was going to go to. So say, for example, someone wants to change their life very broadly. But I don't think broadly helps us narrow it down, because when you're saying change your life, it's like change your life in which areas, right? I feel like if we narrowed it down to a particular area, but say someone has decided they're going to change a particular area of their life and they realize that they have that mindset already. And now they've realized from our conversation that in order to really change their life, there's a set of principles that they need to apply. Where do they go to find these principles? For example, I want to change my health. I want to change how I handle money in today's world. I mean, others will come to a coach like you, but where can people figure out this is where I can go to find principles to govern this particular area that I'm trying to change?
Well, books have been written. Like so many, they say if you want to hide something from people, put it in a book. There are many books that have been written about principles. There's one of my books that I really love is the Bible. Bible is full of principles. And forget about the commandments. People always just study the commandments and study. There are principles of success, the principles of relationship. It's only that people don't know, how do I get it? And that's why mentorship, coaching is so crucial for you to understand. And reading, just read a good book. The book you're talking about, Think and Grow Rich, that it's actually a book of principles. And there are other thousands of books. If you're looking for it, if you really want it, you will get it. Coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Coaching guides you to practice principles repeatedly until you get it. So
Mm-hmm.
principles of believing in yourself. That's a principle.
Mm-hmm.
You'll not get anything until you learn to believe in yourself. And because people come to coaching to develop this self-awareness, to be aware of what's stopping me, but also to crush their goals, there's no way you can crush your goals and better your life without application of these principles. Principle of persistence.
Mm-hmm.
Principle of making clear decisions, knowing what you want. And another one that I love is principle of living life by your terms.
Mm-hmm.
I totally believe,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what I teach, if you're living a life by your mother's terms, you're not living.
Mm-hmm.
If you're living life by anyone else's terms, you are not living. Until the day you live life by your terms. And that's what I call you are actually born again. From that moment,
Mm-hmm.
there are two very important days: the day you are born and the day you discover why. And you can only discover why when you're living your life.
In
And
your
that is
terms.
principle. The principle of living life by your terms.
But I wanna not really challenge, but I really wanna delve into that one, living life in your terms, right? Because you say the only way we start living is when we're living in our own terms. But we live in a world where we have people and we have relationships around us, right? Even if you're married, you have to consider your spouse. If you're working, even if you're working for someone else and it's in a job that you're employed and you really enjoy, like you feel like in the job you're serving your purpose, you're still not living in your terms, because at the end of the day, it's the terms of the employer. Whether you have your own business, at the end of the day, you're there to serve the clients. So somehow you have to adjust them. So how then is living life in your terms in that context? How can someone be able to see, I'm in a good place and I'm enjoying my life, but I still adjust my life to these people. So is it really possible to live life in your own terms? I guess that's what I was trying to figure out.
These principles work together. Like you made a decision to be in that job. You are not there because someone held a gun on your head and told you, you must be here. And so it's by your terms. You made a decision. So and life by your terms doesn't mean easy.
Got you.
It means you're the one that made the choice.
I think that's great that you've clarified that.
Yeah.
Got you. I think that's great that you've clarified
that. Yeah. And so sometimes you can make the choice actually to go to the wilderness, to be in a place that is challenging, but you're making that choice. So for me, I believe until we live life of our own choosing, that you made that choice, you've not taken back your power. And you cannot say you're living a successful life, because success is all about your standards. It's you to set the standard of success. What does success mean to you? Because it's like, if for you to be successful, you've always wanted to be a teacher, then if you are a teacher today, then you're successful.
Yeah.
Okay. So success is by your standards, it's by your terms. But sometimes life can fix us in our corner. We do what we do because we have to feed our community. We have we live for other people,
or out of fear. So I think, this is really great. So I think it's really making sure that it's not driven by other things like fear or other people, but it's by your own choice. And that's really what living life on your terms. And that's a very important guiding success principle if you really want to live during your time on this earth.
Yes.
Awesome.
And if you're not living it, today could be the day you begin to live it. Ask yourself questions, clarity questions. Who am I living for?
Yeah.
Who am I living for?
Jeff, I still want us to circle back to one area. I know you've touched about it, and I think we delved into living life in your own terms. But I still wonder, you just poke the needle on how people can figure out success principles for the different areas. I know you've talked about books, right? Books are one way. Like if you want to think about money, how you want to help, dig for books. I don't know if you can think about other things that we can tell. So, because not everyone is a reader, right? Not everyone is a reading. Just the way you say, if you want to hide something, hide it in books. What are some of those areas that you can think about that someone can say is, I want to change this area? Books is one way. Anything that comes to mind right now when you think about how to find these success principles for the different areas in your life?
You know, Mary, people are just lazy. People are just lazy.
Trust Jeff to just poke that middle. Like, it's like, people are just lazy.
Yeah, people are just lazy. It's true, because we have everything we need to become the people who are born to be.
And I'm trying to
free.
feed them right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like right now, anything you need is available to you. It's not a lack of resources.
Yeah.
It's a lack of resourcefulness. It's that people
tweet. It's not a lack of, I had to emphasize that, it's not a lack of resources. It is a lack of resourcefulness. I hope you had that. I hope you had that. You can.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you see, when you practice principles, you become resourceful. Like you want to be around someone who is a person of faith, a person of clarity and desire, someone that has imagination and they dream about a better future. There is resourcefulness in that. Yeah. But then the opposite is the lack of, people that think I'm not who I am because I lack resources. I don't have the right people. I don't have the right environment. I don't have the right job. I don't have the money. And so we blame resources. It's not lack of resources. You don't have what you need, not because of lack of resources, but because of lack of resourcefulness. And that's why anyone can change their life anytime. We have everything within us. Look at examples. Someone wants to change their health. How far do you need to walk to find a gym? How far? Imagine you don't need to walk out of your house.
Just drinking more water. Just adding more water, and is there exactly. So you're right. So I think what we're gathering here is success principles are available, and there's information around you, but part of you transforming that particular area requires you to be resourceful. And so it's really taking your changed mindset and realizing resourcefulness and success principles. Like success principles are, so it's like changing your mind, and then the success principles, but also understanding that resourcefulness will keep feeding your success principles, and information is all around you.
Mary, let me tell you something.
Yes.
If you want, and this is for guys listening to us.
Yeah.
If you want something bad enough, and it's something you want, you can get it. Okay, let me speak like
I want $1 million. I want $1 million.
If you want something bad enough, you have to be hungry. I don't know whether you've ever listened to Les Brown says you must be hungry. You must be hungry. Hunger is all we need. Let me tell you, anything you need. People talk about, no, I don't have any, I don't have what it takes. It's just total nonsense. You have it. Even if you are born in a poor family, let me tell you, we live in information age where right now we're giving you free information without charging you anything. Why? We are in this information age. But people are still complaining about lack of resources. Like, this is why I'm not where I want to be. You are not hungry enough. You don't want it. You don't want success. It's not success you're looking for. You don't really want it. If you want it, let me tell you, you will do whatever it takes. How come when a doctor tells you you have 3 months to live, you really make it a must? How come?
And then you're told you have to eat fruits and vegetables. That's the only way you survive, and you will.
Exactly. But right now, tell that person who is healthy, tell them, okay, if you want to live a healthy life, you want success in your health, live this way. Tell them without any alert from the doctor. They'll tell you, YOLO, you live only once.
Exactly. Oh, I love it.
You have to see the pain. Mary, you have to see the pain of remaining the way you are. You have to see the pain of believing the old story. If you don't see the pain, you don't want it. And I don't, it's not how many times you say you want it. And this is where now the principles transition into action. Because if you want something, you will go for it. You will go for it. One of my sons in the work I do, someone I've mentored, is a young boy I met right from prison. He was a street child and then was taken, went to prison. His parents, had sort of rejected him. By that time we met, and somehow he had believed, but he had faith that he could do something. He reached out to me, even knowing that he may not afford to have a coach. And reach out to me, and somehow, do you know that guy today is a certified coach? He has coached the top-notch celebrities in our country, leading people in our country, just because he believed that he can be somebody. If you believe it, that is what I call resourcefulness. But if you go to the world of always looking for what's missing, because that's the lack of resources. People that always think of lack of resources,
that is like that limiting belief.
Limiting beliefs. What I don't have. And that really only makes doubting Thomases. And there's nothing you're going to get out of, this life. If you want it, you will get it.
And so really, just to summarize, I think we've hit the nail on the head. I was about to say hit the head on the nail. So I think the main thing is understanding that even if you change your mind, if you don't apply success principles, you do not have success. Two is also understanding success principles cut across every single area of our life, and that there are resources around us. And we cannot say that the reason I've changed my mind about this area, but the reason I'm unable to change is because I don't know which success principle is there. Because whether we rely on books, whether we rely on YouTube, there's information around us. And so to be able to understand what are the guiding principles to allow you to specifically change this area of your life, you need to be resourceful. You need to be able to read books, look at YouTube, get the information, but it is within you. It is not outside you. It is all over around you. And that if you want it, it is. You've also been able to figure out through the session that faith, that belief that, and the belief and the hunger. Belief and hunger have to be there, because that belief and hunger is what's going to make you resourceful to go search for those success principles and keep you on that frequency of maintaining change and being successful in that area that you're targeting. Jeff, did I miss out on anything?
No. Let's stay hungry.
Amazing. Yes. Let's stay hungry. Awesome. So I think that's pretty much it, Jeff. I don't know if you have anything else to add before we finish our session today.
No, perfectly. All we need to do is take action, be hungry, stay hungry, don't settle. One success after another.
Be clear on what you want. I think you mentioned that.
Be clear on what you want and go for it. And you can begin, not tomorrow, right now.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. We appreciate it. Looking forward to our next session. And for any of you who's looking forward to connect with Jeff, he always leaves his details below. You can be able to check out Destiny Life Coaching. You can be able to reach out to Jeff directly. And feel free to share any suggestions you have on what should we discuss next. What is going on in your life that you feel that it will be great for us to have as a discussion point. We'll be very happy to hear from you if you leave your suggestions on the comment box below. Thank you all.